Hello everyone, my name is Jack V and welcome to my tank guide of Voidwastes in Throne and Liberty. Now the only thing this is void of is player fucking skill, making it a waste of your fucking time. That was good. You had to admit that was pretty good. Anyway, we're going to go through the optimal route. There is only one fucking route you can do, but there's a lot of nuances and things that, could slow you down. So I will describe the best way you could speed run through this shit so that you can spend the rest of your day at the fucking boss instead. Woo! I'm on fire today, boys and girls. Anyway, let's get to it. So again, there isn't really a lot of fucking directions you can go in this map, but there is optimal, movements or decisions you can make, and it's entirely based on the mobs you're fighting. So what I like to do here for trackers is simply go and precision dash forward. Now these guys will just do a big fury attack for damage. These guys though, these guardians, anytime you see one, you want to chain hook him before he chain hooks you, right? Some fucking scorpion get over here type of shit, right? After I do that, I like to move forward. Now, this mob right here is a guardian, but of course you don't have a chain hook. So what I would recommend, and I don't do this in this video, is use strategic rush instead of precision dash. And I'll show you why not to use precision dash. I dashed him, right? And what happened was I'm trying to go after this guy. I'm trying to click. I almost hit him, but then I get pulled. For some reason now, my character is like fucking paralyzed. I can't even block this. And now this is going to stun me. And then lo and behold, wow, the tracker then has a fury attack I can't block. So really bad decision making. I would suggest just to strategic rush that. But anyway, right, we're alive, we're grooving, and I like to position them all here so I can punt them into the fence, right? So our hook is there, so let's pull him in, and there we go. Tornado is really good here, so if you have someone right here, Tornado buys you a lot of good time for control. Now, I recommend, now you can do this path all the way up here towards the end. There's 3 more mobs there. And I've done several testing, and I think it's just safer and better, especially when you're in fucking pug hellhole, to just split this first sprint into 2 different pulls, right? But it can be done with one if you guys are a really coordinated, very geared group, right? So anyway, kill this ad, and then as you can see here, you'll go up, and that's a guardian. What do? Right? Pull him before he pulls us, right? And then let the rest come. The Aeromancers will just kind of blow fucking air, and tornadoes and shit. They'll have this like area of effect where you can't fight inside because it'll keep pushing you out. But anyway, another well-placed tornado on our side. And there you go, right? It's not too much. But you can try, again, using the same pathing I've done. You just bank left immediately. That should stop the guardian from pulling you. But then again, your original hook will still be on cooldown. So there is risks in pulling this in all in one go. I would just recommend separating it. This, however, you can do in one go. Now, you don't want to save your hook for this guy. You want to save it for this guy in this corner every time because he will pull you and it'll fuck you over completely. So save your pull for him and then now go all the way to the end. So for this pathing, you can go directly all the way towards the end, right? Right, wait for everybody to come, right? Group everyone here nicely, right? They're coming. So, and then do your stuff, right? Trying to group mobs, precision dash, making sure you apply thread everywhere else. For those interested, I will leave my 1-hour tank build for PVE and PVP in the description below if you haven't checked it out already. So if you're curious what my skills are and what I prioritize and all that jazz, it's all in there. But anyway, so nicely grouped, right? Guardians, again, will stun you with that fury attack, and then trackers will do big damage. So as you saw in the earlier video, right, it's bad when you get both. Here's the guardian, right? We're going to pull him. Then we're going to continue straight to the mini boss. Now, what we're going to do here is click on this purple sphere, and that will spawn 2 more ads. So it's just nice to, again, try to go through this encounter, AoE as many people as you want and not stag your damage, right? Just to clear as fast as possible. So here we go. We got a Pyromancer and Hydromancer, right? Group them up. Strategic rush to the left. I'm probably going to do it. Yep. Looks like I missed one. That's okay. Right? We go back here and then kill these as fast as possible. Obviously, stay away from any purple shit on the ground. Right? I'm trying to use Da Vinci's Courage, right? Like I just popped it because I know my team was really low. So help your healers out. And then the boss is now summoned, so I'm going to pull to the boss. Not much here. Stay out of the ground. He'll like electrocute the ground. Stay out of that. This is a very telegraphed fucking Fury attack. It's a tank and spank. And then he'll have like a mini game where you're going to have to run through, you know, out of the arena. And there'll be that like this yellow shit everywhere. So not much to it, eh, guys? But yeah, anyway, one thing I will say while we're waiting, do not allow anyone in your party that has less than 10,000 HP at this point. It becomes very fucking clear at the end of the end boss why that becomes very fucking apparent. Anyway, yeah, dodge the shit, and then he'll pull you in, and then it's your job to get out, right? Out of the maze as fast as possible. But I'm serious, like, do not waste your time by bringing someone less than 10k HP. And of course, you don't have a choice. However, at the final boss, I would make that determination. Seriously, and you'll find out very shortly why. Anyway, tank spank again. You can stun him. So, you know, I typically don't like stunning bosses to stop their Fury attacks, because Fury attacks are literally free shields, right, when you block them. So, unless you don't have any stamina. But other than that, it's good to get hit by a Fury attack as long as you're blocking, because you'll always proc that shield. This is the other pathing, again, directly to the mini-boss, right? There's a Guardian to the left, of course, so pull him before he pulls you. Precision dash your way forward, and there you go. And then click the sphere. There we go. Group everybody up. Strategic rush. Oh, no. A little wonky here. What am I doing? Okay. Pull this guy. There we go. Oh, I knew I'd get it together eventually. And, ooh, that's some good damage there. This is that, like, fucking, the Geomancer air bullshit. That, like, spherical thing. Don't pull the ads in there. Don't do what I did. For this boss, very similar, right? There's gonna be pools of fucking electricity that you need to get out of. A very telegraphed Fury attack. Stun him afterwards, right? Don't stun him during the Fury attack. Proc the shield for yourself. Right, this stuff. Don't stay in there like I did. That's what I do, though. I purposely do things intentionally that are wrong so that you can learn in the video guide. Yeah. See, right here, bam. Ooh, see, I've been getting used to that dodge roll. Game's teaching me how to use it all Matrix-like. Anyway, rinse and repeat. Now this, I don't really fucking understand this. Choose any side, click the sphere, open the door, and get out of the arena. It'd been nice if it's maybe RNG or some shit and gave you more time. I really don't understand this mechanic other than wasting your own fucking time. Don't step in the lightning. Come back. And that's all it is to it, folks. So yeah, again, so for the pathing, the first pathing, you can either choose to go right towards the end if you have a big dick group, or split the pathing in two, always pulling Guardians, right? Except for the second route where you're going straight towards the end and you're saving that pull for the that Guardian in the corner, and then pathing immediately towards the mini bosses, clicking the sphere, and then making sure to pull the Guardians along those ways. So that's the optimal pathing from what I've done. It's time for the boss. This is a doozy. This is a very active boss on the tank's perspective because you're going to be blocking a lot, even when they're not Fury attacks. Anyway, first thing I like to do is set pins. I like to set 6 pins around the boss. As you can see here, there's these fucking horns coming out of the ground. Essentially, a beam of light is going to come out of these horns. 3 of them. And it's going to be pretty much like a triangle, you know, direction like this. But it can be random, right? It could be like this. But anyway, what you want to do is set pins. And the reason we want to set pins is you want to basically have 3 partners of 2. So partner, partner, and a partner. And those individuals are charged of stopping the light hitting the boss. Because if those lights are hitting the boss, it'll apply a stack. Once the boss gets like a stack of 30, it's a wipe. Too much damage. So it's going to be basically like a rotation. Sorry, it'll be a rotation essentially, and it'll always be controlled by the person behind you. You as the tank, the only thing you're concerned of is being glued towards the boss at all times. You don't want to separate from the boss because then what is going to happen is a constant barrage of Fury attacks. Your team won't have enough stamina and you'll die. So stay glued to the boss as much as possible. It's up to the person behind you, the partner behind you, to rotate in and out of the light. Okay? Because you've got enough fucking shit to worry about. I assure you. Anyway, let's visualize this. So again, I like to set 6 pins. 1 here, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then the partner that you're with is in charge of the two pins. Right? Because it can be RNG which 3 he's going to go attack. Right? Anyway, let's just visualize this. It'll make a lot more fucking sense when I do this. When we're actually watching the fight. Anyway, attack the boss. Stay close. He's going to, right, circle this arena. So make sure everyone's inside. This is a roll dodge. It's going to happen all the time like that. Now, these are the pools of light. Right? So as you can see, my partner is behind me. He's going to get the stacks. They want to swap around 25 stacks. Right? And that's the dance. Right? Everyone's positioned here, right? Someone behind and someone in front. Right? Or in this case, right? Anyway. So this mechanic right here where he swings his fucking tentacle fucking hands in the air or whatever the fuck he is, you need to block this. Even if it's not a Fury attack, it does big damage. Stack this with counter barrier. And that's going to happen routinely throughout the fight, multiple times. This is a dodge roll. This is where he spawns shit on the ground. Now, typically, you don't need to worry about this. It'll always be on someone else. But if people are close to you, it'll be a fucking problem. So ideally, they're not. But obviously, you can't go back because you don't want to have distance between you and the boss or he's going to Fury attack. You need to just pivot and get out of there, right? And even if this light hits him for a little bit, it's okay, right? Just don't take more damage than you need. Right? Block. Right? That's the 2 hit and it'll push you back. This thing is someone other than you. It'll never be you. Because again, you have to be close to the boss. Will get red. It's up to their job to go towards the edge of the map. Not like this. Because it's a fucking black hole and it pulls you in. If you do get pulled in, you can use precision dash to get out. Anyway, don't do that. Don't do this. Anyway, roll dodge. See, the person behind you, again, is responsible for rotating out, in and out. You just stay here and worry about blocking, right? Worry about blocking, not that. Okay, this is another mechanic. You're going to have a yellow ball, and it's up to you to find the 2 balls on the outside and position the boss, and then turn him so that his laser beam blows through it. So let's watch it. See, they're right here. One's here, one's here. I like to go clockwise every time. Now, you want to position it slightly away from the ball and then run through, and that's 1, right? And then that's 2. And I always like to move clockwise. This is a dodge. Now, hopefully I can start explaining this better because I haven't. I feel like I'm being sporadic on this one. Block twice, right? This person's getting the stack. Block twice. Every time he has the two things in the air. Block twice. See? See how much? Block again. Dodge roll, I mean. Right? You can see how, like, sometimes you can be out of stamina. So it's important not to, right? Anyway, these puddles on the ground are not next to you this time. This guy's rotated out. Now you're getting the stacks. Block. You know, use your barrier. Heal. The one thing you don't want to use is Stalwart Bastion. And I'll let you know which mechanic you want to save that for. There's the earthquake at the... Sorry, the black hole that somebody carried out. Right? You got about 12 stacks. His stacks ran out, so he went back in. Right? Now, you've got again, the yellow thing. You're going to look for these two things. And I like to position him always on the left side. And it helps to angle it this way so you can see better. But if you hit here, even here, if you position him, you'll be fine. Right? Then once he's positioned, look around. Once he does this, move. And I move clockwise. Then it hits these two things. And it's going to be a Fury attack after this. And there you go. Now this is why there's pins. Because when you rotate like that and everybody's rotating, now it's like, well, where the fuck am I supposed to stand? Which beam of light am I responsible for? Or the personal pins can help you with that. Right? Here, block, block. Go forward. Block, block. That's the one that keeps coming, and it is annoying. Block, block. You get, see, like, if you don't block, you get chunked. Dodge roll. Get that much needed shield. Stay away from that. And the black hole, right? Like, this is not a good, right? The black hole needs to be as far away as possible from the team, right? So here, right, Limbo is just barely out of health. And now this is the fucking mechanic. This is the mechanic which is the reason why you can't bring people less than 10k health in. Because they'll get one shot. And especially if they have, you know, health like this going into it, they're not, unless they're topped up completely, they're not going to survive. So what happens here is just a massive damage on everyone. And what you want to do is group up as close as possible so that not only can there be, you know, massive healing wells or AoE, like a heal AoE, but defensive cooldowns. This is when you want to use your Stalwart Bastion on everyone to bubble them up and reduce damage, right? And then here's the blast. And then you want to destack, like spread out a little bit. You don't want to stay stacked. But as you can see, big damage, and then immediately the fucker does the roll. Somebody else has the yellow thing above his head. That can happen. So it's up to him now to align with the two beams. And in this case, he went counterclockwise. So it's up to you which direction you want to run into. Block. Go towards your pin positioning, right? Now here, obviously, we're not going to be able to, with our health, with this guy doing that fucking shit constantly, we're not going to go and jump in there. It's okay if he can take a few stacks. Don't kill yourself. Quiver Nuts is very nice. He's going to stop that from happening. But you can't do that. You can't back away from the boss and do that, right? You need to be glued at all times. Now we have only 4 remaining in this fight, but we did succeed. So even with 4, even with the tank and heal alive, it's possible. Makes it a lot more different to coordinate, but we did a really good job with that. Anyway, so here we are. Around less than 50% health, you're going to have to do this twice in a row. So here, I'm trying to find where it is. I'm positioning it slightly towards its left, and then I'm running clockwise. Then what's going to happen? You got it. The Fury attack is next. Or not. Oh, fuck. It's been a long day, I swear. What did I just tell you? I just told you that that's going to happen twice. I was just testing you. I was testing you. This happens twice below 50% health. Not the Fury attack that happens after this does it twice. So it's up to your job to do this beam shit twice. Now it's the Fury attack. It's been a long day. Dodge roll. Go to your beam of light. That everyone needs to stay stacked, but close. Stalwart Bastion to help. It actually does help if you could increase the range of that Because that is not a fucking very good range, honestly. In this case, we all live because, you know, we're geared, relatively. And I'm not even that geared. I have 3,000 CP. That's fucking shit, right? So I'm not even that geared. The Vortex, get out of that. Again, bad placement. Rinse and repeat, and I think you guys get it. So I hope that it's a lot. Fuck, I'm even flustered trying to explain this, but I hope I did a good job explaining this. This is going to happen twice now, remember? He does also take a 90% like damage reduction during this. I don't know how he fucking lived. I don't know how he lived. But again, see, it's going to happen twice. So now you got to always keep your eye on. And this time I decided I don't have time to go clockwise. I'm going to go counterclockwise instead. So just make those calls on the fly. But they have to hit those two yellow thing circles. And that's it, folks. That's the boss. I hope that was helpful in some way. A little bit more flustered in my explanation than my previous guides, but I think you guys get the point. You can see how frustrated I was with this one. So again, I hope that was helpful. Hope you learned something. Feel free to comment, like. I very much appreciate some of the nice things, you know, some of the nice comments I've been getting, and honestly, like, motivates me to keep doing this. So thank you very much. Send this to a scrub that needs it. And as you can see, while I've been rolling, let's see, we're gonna get good gear this time. Fucking shit gear every time. So maybe these guides are a curse. But as long as you guys are learning, you know, making you happy makes me happy. So anyway, thanks so much, guys. Please like, subscribe, comment, and I'll catch ya on the next one.